Tungal online classes. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, alternating current. So which topic now we are going to discuss? Alternating current. Before going to discuss about the topic of alternating current, once we recall the topic AC generator in the previous topic, electromagnetic induction. So what is the AC generator and what is the purpose of considering AC generator means? Already in the last classes we discussed about the AC generator. AC generator is a device, AC generator is a device which can be converting the mechanical energy into the electrical energy. So what is the AC generator? AC generator is a device which can be converting mechanical energy into the electrical energy, and simultaneously this AC generator will be producing the alternating currents. AC generator will be producing what? Alternating current. So what is the source of the alternating current means? The source of the alternating current is nothing but an AC generator. How that alternating current will be produced by using the AC generator means, already we discussed. In the AC generator we are taking the two strong magnetic poles. We are taking what? Two strong magnetic poles. In between the magnetic poles we are placing a rectangular current carrying loop, which is having a sufficient area of cross section, that is taken as a capital A, and it is also having a number of turns capital N, and which is subjected to the external magnetic field which is produced by the two magnetic poles. So whenever this coil will be rotated mechanically, this coil will be rotated by applying some external agency. As a result, the coil will be rotates. Whenever the coil will be rotates, the change in flux will be linked with the given rectangular current carrying coil. As a result, due to the change in magnetic flux, from the phenomena of the electromagnetic induction, in that rectangular current carrying coil, induced EMF will be produced, and the nature of the induced EMF, what was produced within the coil, will be depends upon the orientation of the coil. Orientation of the coil means what? Here we are taking some angle. So angle theta is equal to, there we are writing theta is equal to omega t. So whenever it is rotating, there is some angle is existing between the magnetic field vector as well as the area vector. So here theta is denoting what? Theta is the angle between the area vector as well as the field vector. So whenever the angle will be changes, the flux is also changes. So already we know the formula for the flux. Flux phi is equal to B bar dot A bar. Whenever the theta value changes, flux value will be changes. Whenever the flux value changes, according to the principle of Faraday law of electromagnetic induction, induced EMF is produced within the coil, and we also derive the expression for the induced EMF in the AC generator is E is equal to, where small e is denoting the induced EMF which is produced within the rectangular current carrying coil due to the orientation of the coil which is placed in between the two magnetic poles. Its expression is given by E is equal to BAN omega into sin omega t. So this is the expression we got in the case of the AC generator. If you observe this equation here, the magnetic field intensity value will be remains constant, and area of cross section is also constant, and the number of turns is also constant, and omega is also constant. What is the omega here? Omega is denoting the angular speed of the rotating coil. So here all these factors are the constant, and the EMF value will be depends upon the function sin omega t. So here t denotes what? Time. The small t is denoting what? Time. So that from this observation we will say that the induced EMF what was produced within the rectangular current carrying coil will be varies with respect to the time, according to the sine function, that means what we will said here, the induced EMF. So here induced EMF varies with respect to the time according to the sine function, so that we will say this induced EMF varies sinusoidally. The induced EMF will be varies sinusoidally with respect to the time. The induced EMF will be varies with respect to what? Time, by sinusoidally. So whenever any one of the physical quantity will be varies with respect to the time as either sine function or cosine function, it should be represented by graphically as with respect to the sine wave or cosine wave. So this graph is representing what? It is representing either a sine wave or cosine wave. So when we will draw this graph means whenever any one of the physical quantity will be varies sinusoidally with respect to the time, that means that a function will be having either sine function or cosine function at that time, that a physical quantity will be represented graphically as like this. So here whatever the induced EMF you got from the AC generator, that induced EMF will be varies sinusoidally with respect to the time, so that such a type of EMFs will be represented with respect to the sine wave. So whenever you are drawing the graph, along the y-axis you have to mention one physical quantity, along the x-axis you have to mention another physical quantity. So here, to represent the induced EMF by the graphical method means along the y-axis I am taking the EMF values, along the y-axis I will taking the EMF values, along the x-axis I am taking the time values. If you observe this equation, E is equal to BAN omega sin omega t. Here BAN term will be a constant term. BAN omega will be the constant term. That means that BAN omega factor does not be depends upon the time. So here, the instantaneous value or the value of the induced EMF is only depends upon the factor of what? Time. So I will check whether this graph is practically correct or not. How we analyze this graph means, suppose at t is equal to 0, I want to calculate EMF value. That was produced by the AC generator. So in this equation, so what is the general equation you got here? E is equal to BAN omega sin omega t. So this is a general equation we got from the AC generator. Now in that equation I am putting the values of small t. As a result I am getting the EMF values. At t is equal to 0. T is equal to 0 means what? This one, right? At t is equal to 0 I want to know the EMF value. So when you place at t is equal to 0 in the sine function, sin omega into 0, that means that value is equal to what? Sin 0. Sin 0 value is equal to what? 0. So if you simplify the induced EMF value with respect to the time, at t is equal to 0, the induced EMF value also is equal to 0. How we got? At t is equal to 0, omega into 0 means omega into 0, that value is equal to what? 0. Sin 0 is equal to what? 0. 0 into BAN omega, the total value will be is equal to 0. That means at t is equal to 0, before starting the working of the AC generator, there was no induced EMF that was produced within the coil. Now, whenever you find either sine graph or cosine graph, these graphs are indicating periodical graph. So at that time, the time values will be divided as from here to here the time taken value is equal to what? T by 2, and from here to here the value of time will be indicated by, so sorry, this value is equal to what? T by 4, and this value is equal to T by 2, and this value is equal to 3T by 4, and this is a what? T. So what is a capital T here? Capital T is indicating the time period of the given function, because here the induced EMF values will be various sinusoidally or periodically, means at regular time intervals, its values will be repeats, such a type of functions we are calling as periodic functions. So that what we discussed in the oscillations in the first year. So here this is a T is equal to 0, T by 4, T by 2, 3T by 4 and T. Now I want to check the value of induced EMF at T is equal to T by 4. At T is equal to what? T by 4. So here E is equal to BAN omega, that value I am taking as E naught, peak value of EMF, and sin omega. Omega is equal to, we know that 2 pi by T. Omega general formula is equal to what? 2 pi by T. In the place of a small t, what value I have to write? T by 4. So into T by 4. T gets cancelled. 2 2s are. So here sin pi by 2 will be there. Sin pi by 2 value is equal to what? 1. So that here the induced EMF value is equal to E naught, or that value is equal to BAN omega. That means from this what we have to understood means at T is equal to 0 there was no induced EMF was produced within the coil, and at T is equal to T by 4, at T is equal to what? T by 4, the induced EMF produced in the coil becomes maximum. The induced EMF produced within the coil what? Becomes maximum. Again at a time of T is equal to T by 2. At a time of T is equal to what? T by 2. We will see what was the value of the induced EMF. So at T is equal to T by 2. Again from the equation E is equal to E naught I am taking here. Sin omega means what? 2 pi by T. Omega value is equal to what? 2 pi by T into T means what? We have to write T by 2. T gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. So what left here? Sin pi will be there. Sin pi. Sin 180 is equal to what? 0. 0 into E naught is equal to what? 0. That means what you got here? The E value is equal to what? 0. E value is equal to what? 0. See, at a T is equal to 0, induced EMF value is equal to what? 0, and at a T is equal to T by 4, induced EMF value becomes to what? A maximum. So what is the maximum value? We indicate from the graph that a value is equal to E naught, or that a value is equal to BAN omega. Again at a time of T by 2 seconds, again the induced EMF value becomes to what? 0. Again the induced EMF value becomes to what? 0. Now, so we check the values at T is equal to 0, T by 4, T by 2. Now we will calculate the induced EMF value at a T is equal to 3T by 4. So the time value at a T is equal to 3T by 4. At a T is equal to what? 3T by 4. So again you write the general equation E is equal to E naught into sin omega means what? Omega means 2 pi by T. Omega value is equal to what? 2 pi by T. In the place of a small t, what we have to put? 3T by 4. So into 3T by 4. T gets cancelled. Again 2 2s. So what you got here? E naught into sin 3 pi by 2. Sin 3 pi by 2. So sin pi by 2 is equal to, you know that value is equal to 1. Sin 3 pi by 2 means it is coming in a third quadrant. So there sin value becomes to what? Negative. So that you got here a minus E naught or minus BAN omega. So see here, This is the induced EMF. You got the general formula E is equal to BAN omega sin omega t. So initially the value will be 0, positive maximum 0 and negative maximum you got. Negative maximum. So at t is equal to 3t by 4, at t is equal to what? 3t by 4, the induced EMF magnitude becomes a maximum. The induced EMF magnitude becomes a maximum, but its direction will be changes. Its direction will be changes. That means the negative sign will be denoting what? The negative sign will be denoting what? The direction of EMF is reverse. The direction of the induced EMF will be what? Reverse or changes. And the last one is a what? At a t is equal to small. At a t is equal to capital T. At a t is equal to what? Capital T. So this will also be calculate. E is equal to E naught into sine. Omega means what? 2 pi by t, and small t is equal to capital T. T getting cancelled. Sine 2 pi means what? Sine 360. That value is equal to 0. That means induced EMF is equal to what? 0. So from this what we have to understood means, by using the AC generator, you got the induced EMF value is equal to E is equal to BAN omega sin omega t. So that is giving what? Instantaneous EMF. What is that? Instantaneous EMF. What is the meaning of the instantaneous EMF? The EMF that is produced within the coil at a particular instant. And whatever the instantaneous EMF you got from the AC generator, that is the function of sin omega t. That is a function of sin omega t. So whenever any one of the function will be varies sinusoidally, that a function will be represented by the sine curve. In the oscillations, you wrote the general formula y is equal to a sin omega t or y is equal to a cos omega t. That means the displacement of the particle will be changes periodically, and that should be represented by the sine curve. Here also the induced EMF will be varies sinusoidally, means that should be represented with the sine curve. And we also check at a particular time intervals what was the magnitude of the induced EMF and what was the directions of the induced EMF. If you observe at a t by 4 times interval, the EMF will be maximum and positive. The EMF value becomes to what? Maximum and positive. Already in the oscillations we know that the phase, the directions of the vibrations will be representing like this, right? So here the displacement will be in the upward direction while in the positive half cycle. Whereas you coming to the negative half cycle, the directions of the displacement of the particle will be in the downward direction. So what is the difference between this positive half cycle and the negative half cycle means the directions of the vibrations of the particles in the oscillation was reverse. Similarly, in the case of the alternating current also, either the direction of the induced EMF, or the direction of the alternating current, will be changes with respect to the time, by periodically. That's why such a type of current what we are getting from this EMF are calling as alternating current. So why that a current will be changes its direction as well as the magnitude means, from this graph and from this observations we will tell the magnitude of the induced EMF, will be changes with respect to the time, simultaneously its direction is also changes, by periodically. Such a type of EMF will be calling as such type of EMF will be calling as alternating EMF. Alternating EMF. So, in any one of the circuit, alternating source of voltage or EMF will be represented by the symbol like this. If any one of the circuit you find this type of symbol, means the symbol is indicating the AC voltage is applied to the circuit. What is the meaning of that symbol? In the AC circuit, in this topic, when you find any one of the circuit, there you find this type of symbol. The meaning of that symbol is, for that given circuit, we applied the AC voltage. We applied the AC voltage. The source of the AC voltage will be represented by like that symbol. In the case of the DC circuit, you may apply the potential with the help of the battery. The potential with the help of the battery, which is representing what? DC voltage. The DC voltage will be applied through the battery and the AC voltage will be represented by this particular symbol. So, this is how an alternating EMF will be varies sinusoidally and how its magnitude will be changes with respect to the time. So, this is the main reason why the alternating current will be changes periodically and also its magnitude will be changes with respect to the time. See, up to now we discuss how the induced EMF, which is produced by the AC generator, will be changes with respect to the time and how it is represented by the graph. So, here the source for the current is, what? EMF or that is induced EMF. So, here what is the source for the current? When you apply the voltage, to the given circuit, then only the current will be produced within the circuit. Here, for the alternating current, what was the source here? Means the source is nothing but either the EMF or induced EMF, which is produced by the AC generator, Usually this EMF which is produced by the AC generator we are calling as alternating EMF. So, which is represented by the given equation E is equal to E naught sin omega t, which is represented by the given equation E is equal to E naught sin omega t, where E will be calling as instantaneous EMF. Here E will be calling as a what? Instantaneous EMF. So, E will be calling as a what? Instantaneous EMF. And here E naught is equal to, we wrote the value BAN omega. E naught is equal to what? We wrote the value BAN omega. So, here E naught will be calling as peak value of EMF. In generally, we are calling peak value. What is the meaning of the peak value? The maximum value of the EMF. The maximum value of the EMF will be calling as peak value of the given EMF. So, whenever you apply this alternating EMF in a given circuit, so finally you are getting the current. That current will be named as alternating current. So, how you are getting the alternating current? Means the alternating current will be getting from the source of alternating EMF. So, what is the definition of the alternating current? Means the current whose magnitude will be varies with respect to the time. And its direction will be changes by periodically. Such a type of current we are calling as alternating current. So, what is the definition of the alternating current? So, the current whose magnitude, the current whose magnitude varies with respect to the time, varies with the time, and its direction changes by periodically, is called as alternating current, is called as alternating current. So what is the definition of the alternating current? Means the current whose magnitude will be changes with respect to the time, and its direction is also changes by periodically. Such a type of current we are calling as alternating current. So the instantaneous current will be represented by, here the instantaneous EMF is given by the equation of what? E is equal to E naught sin omega t. Whenever the EMF will be represented as the sine function, thus similarly the current is also represented with the sine function, so that the instantaneous value of alternating current is, represented by I is equal to I naught sin omega t. In the case of the EMF, what you wrote? E is equal to E naught sin omega t, where E is indicating what? Instantaneous EMF. Similarly, the instantaneous value of the alternating current is represented by I is equal to I naught sin omega t. I is equal to what? I naught sin omega t. Here I naught will be representing what? Peak value. So I naught will be representing what? Peak value or maximum value of alternating current. So what is the general equation for the instantaneous value of the alternating current? Means, so always we have to write I is equal to I naught sin omega t, and where I naught is representing what? I naught is representing the peak value of alternating current. So it is also represented in the form of the sine function, so that the alternating current will be represented with the sine wave. So this is a representation of the AC current. In some of the diagrams they will also represent with the square wave. So this diagram is also representation of the what? Alternating current. The alternating current will be represented either with the sine curve or square wave. So by both these curves we have to represent the alternating current value. So this is what? The definition of the alternating current and how the alternating current will be represented with graphically. So this is the introduction part of the alternating current. See, the next topic is average value of any one of the function. Up to now what we discuss about the alternating EMF as well as the alternating current. So if you see the instantaneous value of the EMF, which is given by E is equal to E naught into sin omega t, whereas the instantaneous value of the alternating current will be represented by I is equal to I naught into sin omega t. If you observe both the equations, both the equations will be changes sinusoidally with respect to the time. That means the values will be continuously changes with respect to the time interval. So whenever any one of the function will be represented either with a sine function or cosine function, we have to calculate its RMS values as well as the average values for a given time interval. So, to find the average value of the given function within a particular time intervals, there is one standard formula will be there. Now, we will see what is the standard formula for calculating the average value of the given function. So, to find that formula, we are assuming that f of t is any one of the function. F of t is a what? Any one of the function which is a changes with respect to the time. So, what we assume here, f of t will be any one of the function which is a changes with respect to the time. Now, I want to calculate the average value of the f of t in between the time intervals t1 to t2. So, when you want to calculate the average value, you must specify the time limits. You must specify the time limits, so that to find the average value of the f of t, as I specified the limits t1 to t2. So, to find the average value of the f of t, the formula will be f average is equal to integral limits from t1 to t2. Integral limits from t1 to t2 f of t dt by integral limits from t1 to t2 dt. So, this is a standard formula for calculating the average value of any one of the function. What is the formula? F average is equal to in the numerator integral t1 to t2 f of t dt, integral t1 to t2 f of t dt by in the denominator integral t1 to t2 dt. By using this formula, for any one of the function, you have to calculate the average value. For that, what is the required formula? F average is equal to integral t1 to t2 f of t dt by integral t1 to t2 dt. Now, we are going to calculate what is the average value of alternating current. What is the average value of alternating current for one complete cycle? Now, see here, already we wrote the general formula. What is the general formula we wrote? F average is equal to integral t1 to t2 f of t dt by integral t1 to t2 dt. So, this is the average formula what we wrote previously. F average is equal to integral t1 to t2 f of t dt by integral t1 to t2 dt. Now, what is our aim? We are going to calculate the average value of alternating current. For one complete cycle. So, the instantaneous value of alternating current is, what is the general equation we wrote? I is equal to I naught sin omega t. I is equal to what? I naught sin omega t. That means, if you see here, I is the function of a time. So that it should be represented by I of t is equal to what? I naught into sin omega t. So, here I of t is one of the function. One of the function in time. I of t is one of the function in time. Now, I want to calculate the average value of I of t. Now, from this formula, similarly I am writing here I average is equal to in the numerator. So, for one complete cycle we are taking. One complete cycle means what? See here, the alternating current will be represented by like this. So, here one complete cycle means from 0 to capital T. One complete cycle means what? The time value taken from where to where? 0 to capital T. That is representing one complete cycle. So, that in the limits from T1 to T2, T1 is indicating the 0 and the T2 will be indicating what? Capital T. So, I am writing directly the lower limit value is equal to 0 and the upper limit value is equal to what? Capital T. So 0 to capital T, in the place of f of t, what we have to write? I naught sin omega t. I naught sin omega t into dt. I naught sin omega t into dt by integral 0 to capital T. Only dt will be there. So I will also write only dt. So in the place of f of t, what we wrote? I naught sin omega t. Limits from 0 to capital T. Here also 0 to capital T dt. Now we have to simplify this one. So if you see the numerator here, I naught will be the constant. I naught will be the constant, and you have to do the integration for only sine function. So here integral 0 to capital T sin omega t into dt by, in the denominator only dt will be there. Integral dt is equal to small t. Integral dt is equal to what? Small t. Limits from 0 to capital T. Limits from 0 to capital T. Now, so I naught, in the numerator its value is equal to capital T, or you write one more step, t minus 0. Upper limit minus lower limit. Integral sin omega t. Integral of sin ax is equal to minus cos ax by a. Integral sin ax is equal to minus cos ax by a. So this is a standard formula for the integrations of sine function. So here integral sin omega t value will be minus cos omega t by omega, limits from 0 to capital T. Limits from 0 to capital T. So here omega is also constant term. So I will write the outside. So I naught by t into omega, t into t minus 0 value is equal to what? T, and this value will be what? Omega. And so first upper limit minus cos omega, in the place of small t we have to put capital T, minus of minus plus cos omega into 0, in the place of small t what we have to write? 0. Omega into 0, 0. That means minus of minus plus cos 0. Cos 0. Again, I naught by t into omega minus, see here, first I will add the cos 0 value. Cos 0 value is equal to what? 1. Minus cos omega t will be there. Cos omega means omega value is equal to 2 pi by t. Omega value is equal to what? 2 pi by t. Again t will be there here. T will be getting cancelled. So here I naught by t into omega 1 minus cos 2 pi. Cos 2 pi value, cos 0. Cos 0 value 1. Cos 2 pi value 1. So that cos 2 pi value also 1. So 1 minus 1 will be there. That value is equal to 0. What is this value? I average. I average. So I average value is equal to 0. It should be calculated for what? For one complete cycle. For one complete cycle, the average value of the current, the average value of the alternating current value is equal to 0. That means what? For the first half cycle, what was the total value of the AC current will be there? The same value will be existed in the next half cycle. So because the magnitude will be remain same either in the case of the first half cycle or in the second half cycle. What was the difference means? It should be existed in the positive region and this value will be exist in the negative region, and both the regions are having the same magnitude but they will be having the different directions, so that when you calculate the average value of the AC current, for one complete cycle, that value should be is equal to 0. That value should be is equal to what? 0. So this concept we are using while we are solving in the numericals of either a NEET or JEE. For that purpose, I discussed here only, right? So this is the way to calculate the average value of alternating current, the average value of alternating current for one complete cycle, Thank you.